Hi there, I'm Sharon Waxman, the editor-in-chief of TheWrap, coming to you live from the 2023 Sundance Film Studio, TheWrap Studio with NFP. So excited to have as our first interview today the directors of a documentary that's playing here at the festival. It's called Judy Blume Forever. Welcome, Davina Pardo and Leah Wolchok. Did I say your names right?
Close, Leah Wolchok, but it's
Wolchok. Welcome. So I just grabbed you guys because I'm such a Judy Blume fan, and I'm excited to finally see Are You There, Goddess Me? Margaret is coming out in April. That's a movie that for decades I'm like, why is that never a movie? I'm sure you guys thought the same. And wonderfully concurrent with that will be your documentary coming out on Amazon, right? Okay, so tell us how you started doing this doc, why, and what you learned about Judy Blume in the process of making it.
Well, the idea for the film really came up when my kids discovered Judy Blume for the first time.
Nice.
I was a longtime fan and reader, like
Right.
many
Right.
were, but I hadn't really thought a lot about her in 25, 30 years. And then one summer I was on a long road trip to Nova Scotia with my kids, and I turned on an audiobook, and it was Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, one of Judy's earliest books. And Judy narrates that series herself. So hit play, and this like amazing, magical, effervescent voice fills the car. And I started thinking about Judy Blume as a person. Who was the woman behind these characters that I grew up loving so much? So I started Googling, and curiosity took over, and then that sort of turned into a filmmaker's curiosity.
And do you guys work together as a pair? That's the thing. I know you have another project that you did together called, I'm going to get it wrong. What's your first project?
It's called Very Semi-Serious.
Very Semi-Serious.
It's a documentary about the cartoonist at the New Yorker.
Right,
magazine.
which is fantastic. So you obviously are literary junkies of some kind.
Well, we like the funny pictures in the magazine.
Yeah, totally. Why do you think Judy Blume still resonates today?
Judy Blume is a fearless author who has taught us all about ourselves, about our bodies, about understanding our complicated friendships and our relationships to our parents and to our lovers and to our, our own sexuality. And those things never change. Judy Blume will always be relevant because she taught us to understand ourselves. She saw us, and she will continue to see us.
Do you think that the way our society looks at adolescence and childhood, it changes so much, and it feels like when Judy Blume was first popular, which is, 30 or 40 years ago, perhaps, right? It feels like it was a more innocent time. I don't know if it was a more innocent time, but so then the question really is, does that resonate today with kids dealing with social media and, all kinds of gender fluid issues and all that kind of stuff? Do you still think like it feels like something young people really can still connect to?
I do. I mean, I definitely, the way we think about gender, the way kids engage with social media and the way they engage with friendships and relationships is different today. There's no question. I think the fundamental feelings that kids experience, do I fit in? Am I normal? What's going on with my body? That's universal, even if you're coming at it from a different perspective than you might have been 40, 50 years ago.
I hope that's true. I haven't read her books since my kids would have read them. What is it? Just tell us one thing you learned about Judy Blume that you didn't know in the making of this doc.
I don't think we realized what a fierce activist and advocate Judy Blume was for the freedom to read, for the freedom of speech. In the 80s, her books were banned all across the country.
Wait,
and
I didn't know that. Why?
Because she was teaching kids to explore their bodies. She was telling girls it was okay to want to grow up, to want to grow boobs, to talk about their periods. She taught us that periods aren't shameful. They should be celebrated. And people weren't ready for that. They were afraid of girls understanding their bodies and of boys, too, appreciating girls' bodies.
I did not. Yeah, that's an amazing fact that Judy Blume's books were banned, I presume, in some more conservative states. And now she's considered sort of a touchstone of children's literature, for sure, right?
I mean, here in Utah, Judy's book Forever was just banned last year in a school district. Wow. So it's still happening today.
It is happening today. What's the content of that book that Utah finds objectionable?
The book is about, Forever is about two 18-year-olds falling in love and deciding together to have sex for the first time. That is seen.
Well, that never happens. Or if we ban the book, I'm sure it'll never happen again.
I think it's important to note, though, that although Judy's books do sometimes get banned today, most of the books being banned today are books about race, racial justice,
Right.
LGBTQ,
Right.
plus issues. Censors say are, the books that get censored are the books people are afraid of, and the things we're afraid of today are a little bit different than the things people were especially fighting against back in the 80s.
Well, it's a great reminder of the enduring power of the written word and the enduring power of Judy Blume in particular. Thank you so much for coming to the Wrap Studio.
Thank you.
Good luck with the film. Thank you.